Hello and welcome everybody. Today we'll be ranking one of the most popular franchises right now, the Terrifier franchise. Now this video will not include All Hallows Eve, simply because I personally have not seen it and it is not 100% a Terrifier movie, so that is why it's not included on my list personally. But I did want to give it a special shout out because Art the Clown technically is in the third little skit, so I did want to give it a shout out. But with that being said, let's get right to the ranking. And at number 3, I have the original Terrifier. And now, before I get a bunch of comments and hate comments and dislikes for saying that, I personally like story in horror movies. Even if it's a weak story, I like a story and I like to have a character, some kind of characters. And in this movie, I think Art the Clown is really good in this movie. However, you don't really have a girl that you follow or a character that you really care about. You get introduced to Vicky, and I really like the build-up they do with the character of Vicky in this, how she gets introduced. But there really isn't a character to follow, and there really isn't a story. It's just gore for gore. And I'm not a huge fan of movies that are gore for gore, but I have grown appreciation to this one because like I said before, I think this is a great build-up for 2 and 3. I think it did a really good job building up the characters and Vicky. Now, there's a little thing I'm confused about in the third one that explains something, and the first one that I'm kind of confused about here, but I feel like the fourth one might explain it. But overall, I appreciate this film. It is just personally not my cup of tea and not my favorite of the franchise. And just above that, I have Terrifier 2. And I really did like this one a lot more than I liked the original. I like Sienna's character, and I really like to see the bond of her and her brother and just how her character is. I feel like she's a great final girl for this franchise so far. And I really think Art, and I've actually laughed in this one. I didn't laugh in the original, but I did laugh in the second one. So I really found this one a bit more funny than the second one. I laughed more. This also had a pretty brutal kill called with the bedroom scene is pretty brutal. And I think the gore in this one also is really, really good. And you get more characters and a story compared to the original, which personally is just not for me. So that is why I prefer this one and why I have it at number 2. And at number 1, I have the newest addition to this franchise, shockingly, Terrifier 3. I really enjoyed this one. And for a 2-hour something movie, it really passed by fast. And for Terrifier 2, I feel like it went on just a minute or two too long for me personally watching it. But I did enjoy the showdown with Sienna and Art the Clown and the introduction of how things went. But I prefer 3. I feel like it had a good mix of 1 and 2. I actually laughed a lot more in this one than the second one. I laughed more. I found it more funny. There's a particular song that I found very funny, that humorous, with a scene of like him going the snowflake like that for Christmas. I found pretty funny. I also like Sienna's character a lot in this one. I like how you see how her and her brother cope. I did a full review on this movie, by the way, but I really enjoyed seeing that. I also think Art was the best in this one personally. And I just found this one a lot more funny compared to the second one. And it was a really good theater experience. And I'm in a town in Louisiana. And horror really isn't a big thing where I'm around. And I've never seen the theater so packed than when I went to see Terrifier 3. And I honestly, it was a really good theater experience as well. I didn't get the popcorn bucket, but I just didn't have the money to do that at the moment. But I did enjoy it. And I have it at my number 1 because I think it's a great combination of both. And I just generally enjoyed it more. I think Art the Clown had the best thing, and I feel like this is also a really good setup for the fourth one. I feel like the fourth one could do a lot. And the character of Vicky is really good in this one. There's a few things that I am confused about, but I think they might fix that in 4, or I might have to do a little bit rewatching to fully understand. But really, with that being said, I am enjoying these movies more and more, and I really like the direction they are taking with this franchise, from not being a fan of the first one to just enjoying it more. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like this franchise? Do you not like this franchise? Comment down below your ranking of the franchise so far. And with the fourth one confirmed, I don't know the release date yet. It's not been confirmed yet as of filming, but I'm very excited to see what the fourth one brings. And I will see you guys soon with a brand new video.